This is a meeting about what is happening. It's talking about that what is happening is just it. And some people are asking, what is it? And it is just very normal what is happening. So it's a circle. What is happening is just the moving of a hand. It's very literally the breathing, or what is seen, what is heard. It's just that, with no abstract thing, with no calling. But when there's a thought about it, then there's a thought about it. So it can't be not it. It's just everything. It is everything that happens. And that's so normal. It's just not necessary. We are so, this another way. We are so used to name everything, try to do something with it, because there's somewhere a feeling of missing. Something is not gone right. There's something wrong. So everything what's happening is happening to you. And because you're not always comfortable, there's a looking for being comfortable, being happy, having, and then it's about having money, or maybe having power. And when that doesn't work, for that you feel all day, you feel comfortable or happy, not alone, then there's a search for maybe non-duality, for enlightenment, because it seems that when there's enlightened people, there's a freedom, there's something like relaxation. And when there's someone, there's always some contraction, some tension by anything. So it seems like, oh, I want to be totally relaxed. I want to be totally free. I want to be feeling together, feeling at one. So it seems like there's something not right yet, because it's not feeling all one or together or happy. So maybe there's something going like, oh, no, me, that will be it. Because that when there's a meeting and we see Rose or somebody else, it seems so alive, and that's what I want. So there's always a comparing to something you see at that moment, and you think, oh, that's Rose is always alive, very much alive, and there are a lot of thoughts about that. But it's what the abstract mind does, is that when they're seeing Rose and they're seeing a lot of energy, it seems like she's always like that. And that's what the mind does. It's like always, that's always like that. It's not, there's no always. There's just maybe in the meeting, there's that kind of energy, and during other moments, there's nothing like that at all. That you don't know. You don't know. So you can't compare, because you don't know. You don't know what's going on the next minute. You don't know what's going on over there. It seems to be a person, but you don't know anything about it, about him or her. It seems like you know. There's a lot of filling in and trying to, with images or remembering. So that's the dream. There's a lot of dream thinking, like comparing, like naming what's going on and trying to fix it, or trying to look at it, or trying to do something with it, or trying to remember what is necessary. So we do that. So when there's someone, there's also the feeling of, I have a life, and it's me doing that life. I have to make my life work. So there's someone, and with that, there's also an ability to change, to do things, most of the time by thinking or things like that. There's no one. There's already no one. And that can be her in some way, but there's no one, there's someone. It's so deeply embodied that there can be some concepts like, oh, there's no one, and there's no responsibility, and everything is okay, and But that can be a concept like making it more comfortable for yourself, saying those things to yourself. Nothing matters, things like that. There's no one, so there's no need to do anything. When there's no one, there's no trying to do something with that, with what is happening. So there's also no saying to yourself, oh, nothing is happening. Oh, it's not, nothing matters. Only in those meetings, it's said that nothing matters, but it's not something you have to say to yourself, because that's something else. Then that's the same dream about trying to do something with what's going on and make it more comfortable, less stressing, or maybe something like that. There's no one. So that's life just saying that, of course. And this is talking the story and trying to say what is. So can be some paradoxes. So sometimes it seems like, hey, that's not the same thing, but it's not about the truth. It's just trying to explain or trying to say what is happening and what is happening in the story. So this is just what's happening. There's nothing going on about why is it happening, how is it happening, how can I change it so it will be more comfortable. That's what's happening, is it. So it can be stress, it can be a lot of energy, it can be very low energy, it can be just street, nothing going on. It's the same as everywhere. There's no difference. The only difference there's nothing going on about it's right or wrong, or it has to change, or things like that. That's just not happening. But that's also what's happening. So what is happening is already there. It can't be not what is happening, because that's what is. It can't be not that. So that what's happening everywhere is just it already. And it doesn't mean it has to be free, feeling free all day or feeling comfortable all day. It can be a lot of pain or anything. That's what's happening. This is just describing what's going on. There's no trying to help, trying to do something with what's going on. It's just describing what is seen. That's it. And there's already no one. So there's not seen everywhere, never where, how do you say that there's someone. Maybe there's a belief there's someone, or there's a deep embodied belief there's someone. That can be like that. But it doesn't mean there's someone. So by being in these kind of meetings, there's something energetic going on. It's not about what is said. That's just what is said, and it can be clear, or it can be understood, or there can be something going on like, or maybe not. So what? It's already complete. That what's happening is already complete. That doesn't mean it's nice, but it's just complete as it is. That's it. So we can talk about this and see what happens. You can open your screen, or open your microphone if you want to say something. When there's no questions, then there are no questions. When there's no talking, then there's just no talking. It's not better than talking or less better, how do you say that? When there's falling asleep, well, then there's falling asleep. Or leaving the meeting. It's just what's happened. That nothing is more important than anything else.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
I have a question. When there is not so healthy behavior, then you can say that is what's happening.
Yeah. But it's not saying to yourself, oh, this is what's happening, because that's something else. That's a concept that to make it less stressy or something like that. It can be not healthy behavior. It can be eating candy or things like that. It's just what's happening. So it's going nowhere. There's no real body. Nothing is real. I was just reading an article about virtual reality and trying to make another world like virtual reality in this world, this solid world. This is already not real. It's just apparently real. It seems like solid behavior or solid body, and I have to take care of it maybe. Can be happening like that. It's not you doing that or not doing that. It's just what's happening. It's energetic. Yeah. There's no good or wrong. That's so much. We are so into that. This is good and this is not good for me. Yeah. I have to take care of my body. Like a lot of things going on about health.
It's still there is something like I have to take care of myself better or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's really strong. That can be very strong. Yeah, then that's the thoughts that's coming. It's an energetic happening. So it's just like that. And you can't say, oh, I don't have to do it. Yeah, you can't, that can come up, but that's just nothing. That's just a thought like that. So when that's very strong, then there, because when there's someone, there's always something not right, doing not right, and I have to make it right or something like that. That's the most strong thing there is. And it can be in health or in relations or anywhere. So convincing, because then when there's something happening in the body, seems like happening there, and like a pain in your stomach or something, and they think, oh, that's because I eat so much chocolate or something. I don't, next day I don't have to do, I want something else. I'm gonna eat healthy now anyway. So that's, well, there's something else, maybe stronger. So it will happen again or not. I don't know. You don't know. But so what? It's just that we're so convinced the body is real and I have to take care of it, something like that. But there's nothing real. It's just an apparent body. So, and there's no before, there's no after. So there's just this. There's just this. That's crazy because we are so into a life and a past and a future and yesterday and things like that. There's just this. There's just what's happening, and it's not in the body. The body isn't real. There are no borders. When you see this face, you think, oh, you're inside this face or this body. That's the border. No, that's just what is seen, but there are no borders. It's just energy, and it's by light, it's seen like that. It's just happening somewhere. Pain is happening somewhere, or stress, or whatever. So that's just a sensation or a happening or an energy, and then it's gone. But it's not your pain or your pain in your stomach or things like that. That's so, when there's a me that's so convinced that it's yours and it's because of you, there's no one. And it's not even happening in the body. It's just happening in space. And then it's gone and it's just that, it's just something else. So it's just this. That's everything. There's only this. No before, no after, no consequences, no time. Just apparently this. It's crazy. Nothing is happening. God, that's the freedom. What? Ooh, for me. And if that's happening, if there's someone and it feels like my body and things like that, because you can say, oh, it's not my body, but that's just a thought or just a concept. When it's very strong, that's my body, then that's what's happening. So what? For me, it seems like, oh, I don't feel good. No, not feeling good can happen. This is not a message about feeling good or trying to feel more freedom or good or anything. No. It's just saying this is what's happening. It's it's very simple message, but nothing going on about doing the best thing or behaving differently or this is good or this is bad. No, it's just describing. That's it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hey, Birta.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Um, sometimes you use the word chaos, that it's chaos.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
but sometimes we it seems like a whole lot of good things happen in a row, and it's like, I know there's a word for it, synchronicity. I don't know if you know that. It's like happy coincidence. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
there's no effort involved, and you meet just the right person, or the right thing happens one after another, um,
Mm, mm.
and you sort of put meaning to this, like there's something,
Yeah.
yeah, that, like, I don't know, like I got out of the way, or some sort of
Yeah, 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 yeah,
thing. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Are
Yeah, I
these
know.
in fact meaningless things, or is this like is this a sign of something? Or of course this
No,
end, you know, it doesn't.
no, because that's me making it
Yeah.
special or making it something. Yeah, sure.
So
Because it's about me feeling good then.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah,
But sometimes
yeah,
things do seem to happen
yeah, sure.
magically, and it's
Yeah,
difficult to think.
yeah,
It just happens. Like, well, no, I suppose if you were religious, you might say, well,
yeah.
God's doing this thing for me, or
Mm,
you know,
mm.
and if not, you just say, well, maybe this is. Sometimes you can think, well, it's I'm more spiritually advanced now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, sure. There can be that they are more connected with God, more.
yeah, yeah,
No, it's more why that flowing or yeah,
yeah,
a lot of things going on. Yeah, but when there's not, it's different than when there seems to be that's not there. There's a lot of looking for the right way or that synchronicity or something.
yeah, yeah,
Something else. But it's always about me wanting to feel good and thinking when I'm feeling good, then everything is flowing. How? No, it's already flowing,
right.
but in a different way. Mm.
So even if
Yeah,
it seems like bad things are happening,
yeah,
it's the same when good things are happening. There's no
yeah,
special.
sure.
It like when good things happening, you feel like things are connected, and
Yeah,
you
sure.
know, yeah. So
Mm,
this,
yeah, I know.
so you say that this means it means nothing at all.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's just what is happening. It's
yeah,
very neutral. Life is just neutral. Life is not thinking, oh, I'm going to do something for Dave.
yeah,
No, it's not like that. Some people, it's amazing when there's, I like to watch tennis
yeah,
games. And sometimes when people are winning the game, they're thanking God. God, that's amazing.
yeah,
That God is looking to you and especially for you. It's not like that.
yeah.
No.
So
Well, it seems very nice that when there's some things going right, it seems like that. Yeah, sure. But there's always a moment that it's not there and there's something else. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a musician,
Hmm.
and sometimes in playing with people, you know, it's improvised thing, and you
Yeah.
just think everybody's so in tune
Hmm.
with everybody, and there's some magic
Hmm.
happens, and it
Hmm.
just happens, and then
Hmm.
maybe, and then if somebody starts thinking I'm going to make it better, or I'll, you know, thinking
Hmm.
as a separate thing, then it could ruin it for everybody. There seems like there
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a,
yeah.
you know, but there does
Yeah.
seem to be these magic times.
Yeah, but it's very tricky because then there can be there's the me is not always there. That me thinking is not always there. So it's
No,
just happening. But then it seems that's the tricky thing. Then it seems like when it's flowing like that, then that's it. But when there's some thinking with it and everything, it ruins it. That's not it. So I'm looking for that other thing, and that's the misunderstanding because it's not about flowing all the time.
no,
And in the same time, you could say that suddenly there's nothing going on about, there's no dream going on. There's no me thinking or things like that. But that doesn't mean it's always like, yeah, improv, the music is just there. It can be, me, and there's music and it's false tone, or I don't know, anything. Yeah, yeah. It's not like when there's no me. But it's already there's no me. So it's everything.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. So even when there's terrible things going on, it's just the same. Yeah.
Yeah, there can be feelings of terror or of I don't know, of anxiety or no, what do you say? Fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, it's just life. It's not your fear, but there can be fear. Yeah, or stress.
Yeah. Sometimes you think, well, when something happens and it's like a coincidence, it's a happy, you think, well, this was meant to happen.
Oh yeah.
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 So that's.
Yeah, me loves that. Me loves that. More,
Yeah.
that's like those stories. Yeah, they're nice stories. Yeah.
Yeah. It's only a story. It's illusion.
But it doesn't. Nothing means anything. That's what the abstract mind of people does. That gives it meaning. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, so it's a sad thing you're saying as well. You'll take these things away.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
No hope.
No hope. Yeah.
Yeah. But also no hope, no need for hope, because this is it.
Yeah.
It's not nice. Well, it's just it. Already.
Something very silly happened this morning, or nothing, very small thing. I was doing something and I put something on a ledge, and then I looked again, and it wasn't there, and so well, I could think. So I just thought logically, oh, it's fallen off. There it is.
Yeah.
Something very, very small. So that made sense. There's cause and effect. There was sense. I didn't think. Well, it's just disappeared in a puff of smoke or something. There was some sort. It wasn't chaotic. There was some. I know it's very small. It's nothing, but it isn't like everything's chaos. Or
No. I know it's not like that. But for the me, it's like trying to make it more logic and thinking, oh, this is because of that and why and things like that. This is trying to make sense of everything and logic. In that sense, it's more chaotic, but it's not feeling chaotic all the time. No, I can understand what you say. It's just that. That's it. Yeah.
So common sense still seems to work.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. There's a chat. Hi, Rose. I find myself very political engaged. If there's no me, is there any concern about influencing the society? No, there's no concern about that because there's no one doing that and there's no society. There's no world outside. There's just what's happening. It's more simple than that. That whole world and seeing about what's happening over there, and it's just abstract thinking, and that's so normal. We have images, we hear something on the news, and we're thinking it's real, so it's really happening over there. It's just an image on the screen, and that's it. Nothing more than that. There's no outside world. There's just this, what's seen. And we have such an ability to abstract and think about there's a street and there's a city and there's something happening over there. But that's in the abstract mind, that's the dream. There's just this. It's very simple. And it's apparent this also. So nothing is happening. And there can be something going on in walking somewhere or saying something about it. And then it's gone and there's something else happening. Yeah. So it's okay to leave it. It's very irritating and cause me suffering. But you can't leave it. There's maybe leaving it. There can be like it's always seems we're deciding what's going on. It's not us. There's no one. So there's no decision. There can be a decision. There seems to be a decision. And next day you're just walking somewhere and you're doing the same thing. It's just life. It's energetic. It's an energetic thing that's stronger. We think that the thinking and we're deciding something, that's very thin. It's just thoughts. And there's something else that's just life. That's more strong than that. So it's that's that energetic is more what's going on. So there can be deciding and doing something else. You don't know, but it doesn't matter. Because it's going nowhere. It seems like that's whole thing in the world and me, and there's a world and it's not going right. It's the same thing as what there's happening. They can be looking at the world and thinking, oh, I have to do something there. They can be looking at yourself and thinking, oh, there's something not right, doing something with that. It's the same, and it's the same energy. Because when there's separation, there's always some feeling somewhere. There's something missing, there's something not right, I have to fix it. And it can be in different ways. It's just an energetic happening. Nothing is real. But whoa, everything seems so real and solid and really happening. So convincing. So when nothing is real, it's going nowhere. It's just this. It's only this. There's no before. The past seems so, and the future seems so really important. When there's someone, it's always about feeling good. Me wants to feel good. It's always about me trying to do something for that you feel good. And it can be in the world, it can be in personal growing, it can be having more money or power, anything, knowledge. It seems to be that's the way, because when there's me, there's only the story with real things and happening and persons. So there's looking in the story. And this message is talking about something else. It's not in the story. There's something else. You can't grasp it, but somewhere, sometimes there's can be such like I said, a recognition or something like that. There's somewhere it's like, oh, there rings a bell. So, but it's not understood. This is something else. It's outside the story. It's not in the story. That's strange because most of the time we're used to do things or think about what's going on in the story, what's really going on. Nothing is real. So it doesn't matter if there's irritation, then maybe there's irritation that can be there. Yeah. can be here also. Yeah. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing right either, but there's also nothing wrong. Thanks.
Morning, Rose. Hi.
Hello.
Um, I have a, so there's just aliveness, right?
Yeah.
Or energy, whatever you call it. And there's absolute no direction.
No, only in the story there seems to be like that. Yeah.
Yeah. What I try or watch at this week was try not to do something. I mean, that's just a story, but try to go out of the way or try to look which direction the energy likes to go, more or less, and follow that. I mean, that's just a story, but
who does that?
yeah,
Who is
yeah,
trying? Yeah,
yeah,
it's the same.
yeah, it's the same, yeah.
Yeah.
But because everything is completely impersonal, there's no person there. So I understand the message, and I thought, okay, whatever appears, it's okay, more or less, because there's no
Okay.
there's no value in anything, like good or bad, nothing. It's just what happens.
Yeah, but you can say that to yourself, and then maybe everything becomes very flat, because when you say that to yourself all the time, then there's something like, oh, there's no value. Oh, no, it's not important. Then there's something like flattening or something like that. It's not a message like saying that to yourself. This is saying it's everything already. So it doesn't matter if it's it seems to be there's a me going, doing things, and it finds it's very important, then that's life doing that. So it not needs to be like, oh, it's not important anymore. That's a way of talking. That's something else. It can be like an energy, like, oh, I don't like that. Or, I don't know, or just normal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a play, more or less. I knew that there's no one choosing that. But what I tried to figure out was, because when there is no person, life just plays out as it plays out. There's no direction. There's no meaning behind anything. And on the other side, what happened was that there is sometimes a bodily tension. The tension shows up, and I thought that there's probably automatic way to avoid tension when you have stress or so. I thought, okay, that there's probably an automatic impulse to avoid stress, because stress is just for a person. And
no, stress is not for a person. Stress can be there. It's just a sensation somewhere, tension.
Okay.
It's not personal. No.
Yeah, because I think the mistake is to think probably this is not right. When stress shows up, I thought, okay, that when everything plays out as it plays out and it's naturally happening, and there shouldn't be any tension.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but there is.
Okay.
Can be there. There's it seems, I don't know. It just can be there. Yeah. For no one, that's the difference. But there is, and there can be there, and then suddenly it's gone, or I don't know. Yeah, can be there.
Yeah, I think that was also a mistake. Where I thought, okay.
But it's very normal. Yeah. Of course. That's what most people think. I thought like that when they're stressed, it's like there's still a me going on, or things like that. Yeah. No, nothing has to do with anything. That's so weird. So we are not used to that. So there's still something going on, like, but okay, that's it, but this can't be it, or something. That's so strong. It's so normal also, because it's an energetic, wow, it's something energetic. There's we have so many concepts about what's right and wrong. Oh my, and most are not noticed. It's so normal. Yeah.
So I think it's an idealistic idea, more or less, when everything happened by itself. It should be stress-free, it should be easy, it should be pain-free, should be this way or should be that way. I think there are a lot of kind of paradise, more or less.
That's the dream of paradise, sure. Yeah. That's what we want, that there's no stress, no pain, everything is going well, feeling happy all the time, something like that, feeling just like, woo. Yeah, the body is functioning in a good way, or something like that. Yeah, it's healthier than.
I think that is something what it's fed by spiritual communities. They describe wonderful stories about easygoing masters or everything.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Oh no, I thought I think a lot of people are thinking that. Yeah, sure. That's the dream. That's where we go. That's what we want. We're trying to do anything to reach that. Yeah,
Because all the time we are fed the stories, and, oh yeah, when I be there and try this and try that to be there,
Yeah.
and so that's a
But
risk.
the other side is there are a lot of rules always. Like you have to do that and not to do that, and you try, you don't do it's not succeeding, and it's endless. It's endless because you see somewhere someone, and it seems like he has it or it's succeeded, and how did he do that? That's always the question.
That's a huge trap, more or less.
Yeah, yeah. That's what me wants. Always no stress, no pain, being happy. That's the search. And this message, most people don't like this message, of course, because it's no hope, no goal. Not saying it's going somewhere. No, yeah. It's about loss. This is about loss. That's yes. Sometimes you don't want to lose something. It's just that gives good feeling, some concepts or some search that you think, I'm on the right way. It's more. The body is loosening and feeling better, something like that. Yeah.
But everything could play out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's because the way non-duality talks or so seems like that everything is effortless itself, that feels or give the feeling, okay, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's me. Me is always thinking there's somebody is hearing, and then there's someone, I don't have that. What she's saying or he is saying, no, that's not the same with me. And then there's a new look. It's some way it's heard in that way. But you can't do any. Then when it's heard like that, then there's that going on. But yeah.
So I think we hear the message more or less, and immediately after that, we have an interpretation of what it means.
Yeah.
We give that meaning. Okay, this is done this way, and when I feel this way, then I'm there. That's a complete illusion, more or less.
Yeah.
Because we never arrive anywhere.
And I was in a conversation with somebody about aliveness, and he was saying like, but then I was very alive, and then that felt so free, and then and now I'm still so stuck in all those contractions, and me is back again. That's the story. That because somewhere me wants that, but that contraction or that tension. That's what's happening. It's not me. It's just what's happening. This is not a message about feeling good.
Yeah.
And but that's so strong. And it's her. I can remember. I didn't hear a lot of things what was said in those messages. I didn't hear that. I made something else of it, of course. But that's how it goes. That's what's happening. But that's not wrong. That's just energetic. And then sometimes something falls away, and then suddenly like, how could I believe that? But yeah, that's how it goes. You see it with other people. You're like, how can you believe that? Come on. There are a lot of things going on there. Yeah. And that's what happened when this was not that me, that whole construct wasn't there suddenly. That was like, but how could I not see that? It's just, how could I not see that? But yeah, I didn't. No, I made something else of it, of course. Yeah. But it's not me doing that. That's just like, it's an energetic thing that's going on till it stops. And that's just energetic. It's not wrong, not right yet, or not, there's still a me going on. That's because me doesn't want to hear or can't hear this is already it. The stress or that a lot of thoughts going on or the misunderstanding, that's it too, of course. It's everything. It's already everything. Yeah.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, Rose. Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hey. There appears inside something, well, an idea when listening to you or to the conversations, to the talk, that there is a possibility of decision. Shall I believe what is heard, or shall I still decide for going for happiness, for everlasting happiness?
Yeah.
Kind of idea arising that I need to judge, that something needs to judge it and discuss it inside, so to speak, me.
Yeah.
Decide, shall I go there or there?
Yeah. Do these meetings or do I go to the yoga lesson or
Shall I believe
something like
shall I go to there is no hope? Well, it's obvious that there is no hope, but there is also this promise of everlasting happiness when I do this. So it's like, what's going on inside this here?
Yeah. That because it's that normal. What we are so normal. Like I'm deciding and I have to choose about going this way or that way. That was just normal, and then suddenly it's questioned. Like, oh, and then sometimes it gets stronger. Then there's a lot of things going on. Like it's not like I can decide, but there's such like, oh, it's very important to decide or not. It's not. It's more a feeling. It's not saying it's important, but can be a feeling like, oh, it's very important. And then because it's questioned, and there's something going on like that. Me doesn't want questioning like that because that's the huge tool to make you feel happy or things like that. So when that's questioned, there's something. Oh, of course, yeah. But that's what, and you can't do anything about that. That gives a feeling I can do something about it or not. Or when there's a lot of thoughts then about that, then there's a lot of thought. That's just an energetic survival thing can be like that.
Yeah, something like that. And it's really crazy, and it's so
Yeah, it's so like, oh, what's going on here? And it's somewhere. It's can be very clear. Like, oh no, there's no decision. It's not me deciding it. And something else. It's like, go. Yeah, that can be much stronger. And then suddenly, it gets like that. Yeah.
It's both of it at the same time. Feels like at the same time.
Yeah, sure. It's fighting for its life. Something like that. It's like that. And then there's that. And then doing something, you think, I decide this, or why? It doesn't matter if you think you decided or not. It's so what? But sometimes it feels like, this is the right decision, or this is very important, or how to get on my life. Is this way or that way? Yeah. It seems suddenly important. Yeah.
Oh, I know it's true, but I hope for it. It's no hope, no, but
and somewhere it's known, and in another side, no. Ooh. So
Yeah.
It can be very strong. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's life. That's life. You know?
That's life. Yeah. 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 And that's not, it's not about feeling good or that, but this message is about loss. But there's something going on, like you want to reach something. That's more comfortable. But loss, it's like, oh, that it's the loss of being able to decide, for example. God, that's huge. It can be huge. That can feel like, oh, but yeah, but yeah, then it's just going. Yeah, I'm not important anymore. It's just going. But where should it go? Maybe in a place I don't like. No, so there's loss. It's not so easy in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of insecurity. Oh.
Yeah, can be like that. Can
Yeah.
feel like that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, then when it's gone, it's just not there. It's not insecure at all. That's the funny thing. But it's most of the time before it's just lost. Before that, it's just like fighting.
Yeah.
And then, no, sometimes not, but sometimes a lot of, and then suddenly like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be like that. It's different. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's just not there anymore without noticing. It can be so different.
Yeah. 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 Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. Mm. So this is about loss. It's about not being someone, being able to decide, being able to have your life in your own hands, knowing what's going to happen or trying to make the right decision. It's just, there's no one. There's already no one. It's just life going, happening, just like that. And it's an energetic happening. So there's no one. So it's not life. You could say life. It's not feeling like, oh, there's someone and I have to do something for that person. Life is just everything. It's nature. It's doing. It's going like what's going on. It's an energetic happening, and there's nowhere to go. It's already complete. It's just what it is. It's unconditional love. It's unconditional. There's no one saying like this is good or this is not good or you have to do it like this or this is the best way. No, it's unconditional. It's everything. So nowhere to go. It's just already what's happening for no one. Thank you. Thank you for joining this meeting.
See you later.